Shachar Peled is here with her segment, Off Screen.
Hello, Aded.
Hi, Shachar.
How are you?
I'm saying goodbye to your glasses.
Oh, yes, you are. One of the last times I'm going to be with them.
I'll miss them.
Well, Oded, a new year, a new scandal. Why not? Clint Eastwood's new record-breaking film, American Sniper, depicting the life of Chris Kyle, also known to be the most lethal sniper in U.S. military history, is indeed breaking records. $90.2 million in its opening three-day weekend, heading towards $100 million. This is double than what was expected of it, given its $60 million budget. This is really an all-time record because it's a record opening in the month of January, which is usually a slow month, and an all-time record for Clint Eastwood as a director. So this film is really high both critically and in the box office. But there are people who are unhappy with it, and Seth Rogen, who for instance, who remember from last year's The Interview, he's just jumping from one scandal to another.
Competition.
He is so unhappy with this film. He compared this record-smashing film to a fake Nazi propaganda clip. Here's his tweet. He writes, "American Sniper kind of reminds me of the movie that's showing in the third act of Inglourious Basterds." Now, he's referring, of course, to the Nazi parody film National Pride, shown in Quentin Tarantino's movie Inglourious Basterds, and he's comparing this to Clint Eastwood's patriotic
in
American
that film.
film.
There is a sniper seated there, at the top of the tower, and just
some didn't really like that comparison to the fictitious Nazi propaganda film.
And that Canadian Seth Rogen.
Well, he's not alone. Liberal filmmaker Michael Moore also launched an attack on the use of military snipers in warfare, and he writes, "My uncle killed by sniper in World War II. We were taught snipers were cowards. They will shoot you in the back. Snipers aren't heroes, and invaders are worse." A couple of hours later, he did give he softened his criticism, saying that, but if you're in your home defending it from invaders, then it's okay. This, of course, a debate among Hollywood stars, Jane Fonda, Rob Lowe, all defending the film.
There is a political issue here at heart, and we all know where Michael Moore stands, and we all know where Clint Eastwood stands as well. And this is obviously a very patriotic film.
And having them on both sides of the spectrum really gives this debate its edge. We know that it was reported that Vice President Joe Biden was tearing up by the end of this film, so it's definitely making this issue on this headline, on the headlines.
In time for the Oscars.
And it's right in time for everything, because if we focus for a moment on its star, Bradley Cooper, this marks the rise and rise of Bradley Cooper. This actor, and in this film also the producer, just celebrated his 40th birthday last week, and what a happy birthday it was. I mean, nominated for the third time in a row for Best Actor. He's only the 10th man in the world to do this, as we remember.
And it's Bradley Cooper.
And it's Bradley Cooper, 2011's sexiest man in the world. And we'll get to Hangover. We must remind our viewers that last year it was his nomination for American Hustle, the year before that for Silver Linings Playbook. What is this man who roughly 6-7 years ago was quite anonymous in Hollywood, and later on continued to sort of foolish, silly films, goofy
kind
films.
of, goofy.
But what made this change? So first of all, I'd like to remind you that his first ever TV cameo was in Sex and the City. I don't know if you remember that. He was alongside Sarah Jessica Parker for a short scene. He later on continued to host a sort of Discovery Channel program, but then he started with the more silly films, Wedding Crashers, we can mention. He's just not that into you.
Who's responsible for his rebranding? Because I want that guy's number.
Well, I'll give it to you once we're out, but I think that in the past 5 years, around 2010, 2011 was the change, because he got his fame from The Hangover, but I think it was the techno thriller Limitless, where he portrayed a man using a pill that could help him use 100% of his brain. There he continued from The Place Beyond the Pines, where he portrayed a police officer. These were suddenly a shift into serious roles, into dramas, and of course then came David O. Russell, and the rest is history.
And the rest is history. We'll wish him all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.